Okay, so today we are learning trigonometric basic identities. So we have three trigonometric basic identities, which is sine square theta plus cosine square theta equals to 1. And we have tangent square theta plus 1 equals to secant square theta. 1 plus cotangent square theta equals to cosecant square theta. Okay, so this three identity, okay, has already been proved here. Okay, I will not go one by one to you. Okay, we only memorize this. Okay, we only memorize. Okay, how do we apply this into question? Okay, let's look at this video later. So for this question, cosine square x over 1 minus sine x equals to 1 plus sine x. This is a proving question where you have to prove either left hand side to right hand side or right hand side equals to left hand side. Okay, normally we choose left hand side and prove it to be right hand side. So for this left hand side, I have to copy this down again. So cosine square x over 1 minus sine x. So cosine square x, you can actually make it become 1 minus sine square x, because sine square x plus cosine square x equals to 1. If you bring the sine square x to the back, cosine square x equals to 1 minus sine square x. Okay, so 1 minus sine square x is actually 1 square minus sine square x. Okay, so it will be 1 plus sine x, 1 minus sine x over 1 minus sine x. So these two can be simplified and you get 1 plus sine x. Does it equals to your right hand side? Yes, it is. So it becomes a right hand side. So you have to prove it. Or we'll start from right hand side. So right hand side is 1 plus sine x. You see the left hand side, it has this denominator 1 minus sine x. So we add up that denominator first. So we need to multiply 1 minus sine x over 1 minus sine x. Then you will get 1 minus sine square x over 1 minus sine x. 1 minus sine square x is equals to your cosine square x. So you will get left hand side and it is proven. Okay, what about this? Okay, cosec square y, okay, bracket secant square y minus tangent square y minus 1, okay, equals to cotangent square y. So x and y is the same, okay, so you don't so you just take it as one unknown. So I start from left hand side. So cosec square y, okay, bracket secant square y minus tangent square y minus 1. Okay, you see I will always copy this down again. And then secant square y minus tangent square y is actually equals to 1, because tangent square theta plus 1 equals to secant square theta. Okay, and then don't forget it's minus 1 at the back. Okay, so cosec square y minus 1. Okay, it's actually 1 plus cotangent square theta equals to cosec square theta. So take the 1 behind. Cotangent square theta equals to cosec square theta minus 1. So you get cotangent square theta. Then you get your right hand side, and it is proven. Next, tangent square z minus sine square z equals to tangent square z sine square z. So your left hand side should be tangent square z minus sine square z. Okay, tangent is sine over cos. So this is tangent square, so it's also sine square minus cos square. Divide by cos square minus sine square z. Okay, make it the same denominator. Then you have sine square z minus sine square z cosine square z over cosine square z. You factorize sine square z out, then you will be leaving with 1 minus cosine square z in the bracket over cosine square z. Okay, so sine square theta plus cosine square theta equals to 1. Okay, so you can get 1 minus cosine square z, so it equals to sine square theta. Okay, but sine over cosine it becomes tangent. So tangent square z times sine square z, and you get your right hand side. So it is proven. So lastly, find all the angles that satisfy the equation 3 tangent theta equals to 4 sine theta for 0 degree to theta to 360. So firstly, we need to do the basic identity. We bring everything to the left side, leaving 0 at the right side. Okay, so tangent is equal to sine over cos, minus 4 sine theta. Okay, make it the same denominator. Okay, and then rather than saying that, multiply everything by cosine theta. Okay, so this will left with 3 sine theta, and this will have negative 4 sine theta cosine theta. Use factorize sine theta out, and then you have 3 minus 4 cosine theta equals to 0. When it's equal to 0, then you can bring it out to 2. So sine theta equals to 0, or 3 minus 4 cosine theta equals to 0. So firstly, sine theta equals to 0. If you draw the graph, it touches 0 at 0, 180, and 360. So sine theta is 0, 180, and 360. But for this one, okay, so you bring negative 3, so it becomes cosine theta equals to 3 over 4. Cosine theta positive at first and the fourth quadrant. So 3 over 4, okay, your basic angle is 41.41. Okay, but in fourth quadrant it will be 318.59. So this will be the 5 angles, okay, that satisfy this equation. So for this question, cosine, we finished the video earlier. Okay, so this will be your homework for today. Okay, so our meeting ends here.